Madera on the beat.
See mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with the trembling, oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about the one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the Pali boy. See no day for thought. See no day for thought. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver waiting. The driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word.
I want you people to understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. We'll be executing those plans according to the template till the last one. And Biafra.
Let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra.
Oh, so sorry, my brother. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if the voice is out. I think there was a mistake somewhere. Okay. I think I've been able to rectify it. Can you hear me? Please do let me know. I can see my brother S.O. there. I can see Juliet Nkechi there. I can see Juliet Nkechi there. S.O., I can see you. Please let me know if you can hear me before I proceed. Let me know if you can hear me before I proceed. So sorry for that. Okay. Okay, my beloved brother S.O., thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mike Izala, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Judith Nkechi, thank you so much, Judith. Judith, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Judith. And everyone that have joined me on this very quick one. Every one of us, I appreciate you for taking out your time to join me on this quick evening program. You know, our evening program is always a quick one. We don't waste much of time. At most in the evening, we spend at least 1 hour here and then we call it off. So we have come once again to continue to do what we know how to do best. I appreciate everyone that has joined us on this evening episode. Thank you so much for joining. It is Monday, as we all know, and a special day sit at home. But this sit at home today comes with a different version, comes with a different information, and we will continue to decimate the janjaweed. this very sit at home comes with the revelation that we have been waiting for. One of those lies they have been telling have ended on this very day. I appreciate every one of you. I thank you for joining the program. Already, I can see one of the Janjaweed is there already. I see a Janjaweed there commenting. I believe if he can be able to be patient and be here by the end of the program, that Janjaweed will repent. That's your Janjaweedism. You have to be somewhere and watch us, because your coming here is either you come here to repent or you come here to get the lesson of your life. So whoever you are, Abdul Mumuni Adana, from your comments I can see you are a Janjaweed. I wonder why an idiot like you will be calling somebody a monkey. Monkey is even better than you, because those of you in the zoo, you have become an insult to the animal kingdom. That is why we no longer like to use that word zoo, because zoo is better than you. And it has been proven again by the death of your criminal brother. Your criminal brother who you introduced to Nigeria as a Mr. Integrity. Mr. Integrity, who destroyed Nigeria and finally ended it. And we thank Chukwu Okike that Chukwu Okike used him to end the Zoological Republic. And Mazen Nandekano told him that he's going to be the last president of Nigeria, and of course he is. The drug baron in Asorok today, everybody know that he has lost touch. He's just there to recover the money he spent in sponsoring the criminal, the first terrorist that entered into Nigeria, the son to Ottoman Danfodio. So my fellow Biafrans, I welcome every one of you, and people of the world, lovers of freedom across the world, I welcome all of you. Thank you for joining on this very quick evening program. In this platform, we promote the United States of Biafra, and all we do is to make sure that our declaration and restoration is completed without looking back. We are here to remind the world that the declaration of Biafra and restoration of Biafra is not a joke. We have done it, we stand on it, and we will remain on it until we fully take over our land without blinching an ear. My fellow Biafrans, you are all welcome once again, and this evening we want to touch light again on the criminal that have finally exposed himself. When the Biafran leader, our Supreme Mazen Nandekano, was talking about the criminal called Buhari, who they painted and brought him and called him Mr. Integrity. They praised him with so many kind of titles, and they said he was a disciplined man, Mr. Discipline, Mr. Integrity. Begin to paint him what he is not and has never ever been. A man that was part of those that committed genocide against Biafrans and came back again and continued in that genocide. This was the man that was responsible for the death of the parents of Mazen Nandekano. He was responsible for the death of the parents of Mazen Nandekano. Don't ever forget that. The Python dance. That was the genesis of the death of the parents of Mazen Nandekano. He is also the one that went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazen Nandekano. This man have committed many international crimes. The first kidnap he did was when he tried to kidnap Omar Diko from the UK. He did not succeed. Every other person who participated in that very crime were jailed. Even the airline were disciplined. But Muhammadu Buhari escaped. He escaped and came back again to become a president. After he came again, he still went again and kidnapped Mazen Nandekano in Kenya. A kidnapper, a born kidnapper. The kidnapping you are crying about in Nigeria today, it was Muhammadu Buhari that introduced it. Muhammadu Buhari was the one that introduced the kidnap you are talking about today. He was the one that made it official business of the government to kidnap. And since then, the government of Nigeria has never stopped kidnapping nor sponsoring kidnapping. They have taken away many Biafran people from different angles and different corners. And we will never forget. This is a man that died in 2017 and they continue to deny it. Mazen Nandekano shouted and shouted and shouted and explained it to the understanding of a layman, how he died, where he died, called names, and how everything transpired. Mazen Nandekano made extensive and exclusive program on the death of that man. Still, they insisted. When this man visited Donald Trump in his first term, Donald Trump said that the person that came to him is just as good as dead. There are so many things that pointed at the fact that Mazen Nandekano was right. And one of the things that sealed it up was when they kidnapped Mazen Nandekano with another imposter, when the caliphate kidnapped Mazen Nandekano, still because of this very exposition, because they know if Mazen Nandekano was to be outside today and they announced the death of Mazen Nandekano, all hell will broke loose, and they announced the death of Buhari, God forbid. They announced the death of Buhari. If Mazen Nandekano was to be with us and the death of Buhari was announced, you know, he will always he will dig it out. Maybe this time around, we will have a delegate in United Kingdom to show us what really transpired. This was a man that Mazen Nandekano put Biafra on the line, stake Biafra, to say if this man did not die, if you can prove it to him that he will stop fighting for Biafra. And yet, Nigeria Zoological Republic continued what they are doing. It didn't miss one. All of a sudden, Nigeria was able to bribe everyone that even believed to some extent. Every one of them turned 360 degrees and began to support a criminal, an imposter. The imposter was able to run the affairs of Nigeria for good 6 years. The imposter ran the affairs of Nigeria for 6 good years, 7 years. Only 7 years. Only 7 years, because according to the exposition of Mazen Nandekano, they brought that criminal in 2015. About 5 people, 5 different people from 5 different countries, we are running Nigeria within that period. And Mazen Nandekano did extensive exposition that people ignored and thought it was a joke. And today, that thing that Mazen Nandekano spoke about has finally come to light. Mazen Nandekano has been vindicated. We, the Biafran people that joined our supreme leader and continue to call to the attention of the world, we have been vindicated. The vindication started from the kidnap of Mazen Nandekano from Kenya. They were so scared to mention that case in the case of Mazen Nandekano. Defamation of character is a very big case. Defamation of character can earn you 10 years in jail. Defamation of character can earn you 10 years in jail. It is not a small case, but somehow they have refused to mention it. They refuse to talk about it. Nobody dare talk about that very section in the case of Mazen Nandekano. Even when they are trying by all means possible to nail him. You know, they have adjusted his case several times. They have adjusted the charges. Several times they change the charges, they change it, they switch it from this to that, from this to that, from this to that. But there is never a time they brought the character assassination of Buhari into that. They did not. Because it was the truth. Even the challenge Mazen Nandekano gave them, a very simple challenge. A very simple challenge. And he gave it on a national view. It wasn't a secret. On a national view. He said, all you have to do is to bring that man you say he's Buhari. Let him grant interview to about 20 young people and speak in his own mother tongue, Fufude. Every one of us know that Muhammadu Buhari is a Fulani man and he speaks Fufude, his mother's tongue, fluently. Fluently. Just bring him, let him speak. We don't want DNA. We don't want to say, give you an assignment to go and do DNA. Just a simple interview. They did not. And all of a sudden, we wake up today, they are telling you that the man that died in 2017 resurrected and died again. Well, whatever they say, let them continue. For us, Biafra have gone for a very long time. It's been a long time we left this entity called Nigeria. It's been a long time. In as much as we are waiting for the right time and date to be completed, we have left. Very, very long time. And every one of us that is a Biafran, anywhere you are, you must stand your ground and continue to do what you have to do to make sure that our land is secured and protected. The attack of the enemies against us is so much. The propaganda of the enemies is so much. We should not be adding to their propaganda. We should not also be encouraging that propaganda. We need to do something on our own. We need to draw our own line. We need to follow our own way. Do not allow them to confuse us. The level we are today in the restoration of Biafra is the highest level you can attain. Every one of us today have to be thinking of what to do and how to make our movement into Biafra land a success. Every one of us, we must rise up from our sleep. Every one of us must rise up. Let us make Biafra what it should be. That Biafra of our dream has been handed over to us. What are you doing to make it a reality? What are you doing to make it a reality? What are you doing? I am asking you, you as a person. You know, I always say it, that in this recognition that we are pursuing, every one of us have a role to play in this recognition. How do you want Biafra to be recognized? How are you representing Biafra? This is a question that you must answer. How are you representing Biafra? How are you representing Biafra? How are you representing Biafra? It is not enough to say, I want freedom, I want freedom. How are you representing Biafra? It's not enough to say, I want recognition. How are you representing on your own side? When somebody looks at you, what will the person see? What will the person see? Mazen Nandekano have represented excellently. You see, every single prophecy of Mazen Nandekano, every declaration he has made, has never been a propaganda. Every revelation that Mazen Nandekano made, even though he was speaking against the enemies, he did not use propaganda. That is the way to go. That is why I tell people, when you see somebody lying or telling unnecessary lies, you don't need to support it because it serves your own purpose. If you want to use propaganda, use a propaganda that is understandable, genuine. I don't know what we learned from Mazen Nandekano. From all the speech of Mazen Nandekano that he made for how many years? Some of those messages last 4 hours. But in all of them, the Nigerian government could not find any single word to indict him. Instead, what we are seeing today is revelations. What you are going to hear today, he said it, Mazen Nandekano said it, Mazen Nandekano said it. That is what you hear everywhere. And because he was right. He has always been right. Every single thing he's put forward, he has always been right. It was not just a mere propaganda to tarnish image of somebody. It was not a mere propaganda to destroy somebody. It was never a propaganda. That is why, even though they captured Mazen Nandekano and keep him in their territory, yet in their court, They can't make headways. They can't make it. Mazen Nande can be represented absolutely. The same thing today. Mazen Simon Ekpa is representing today. Mazen Simon Ekpa is representing excellently well. Even the Finland authorities are helpless in the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa. Because they touch an innocent man, they have ended up in destroying their own reputations. Finland will never remain the same. From the way they treated Mazen Simon Ekpa, Finland will never, ever remain the same. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how they try to hide it. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. No matter the strategy Finland apply today, they will never, ever remain the same. Because they have sold their souls and they dive into something that will consume them. For anybody that enters and share the same ideology with Nigeria, from the moment you enter into deal with Nigeria, you have shared from their cause. And the cause that is upon Nigeria will follow you. You can't escape it. You can never escape it. It doesn't matter. Go and check. Every country that have entered into deal with Nigeria, go and see how they are. You saw what happened to Kenya. After the Kenya kidnap of Mazen Nanikan, you saw what happened to them. Their country was in chaos. Their country was in a very, very, very big chaos. In a very big chaos. Unimaginable. But yet, some people continue to pretend that all is well. Until Kenya came at last and they began to take responsibility. And today, they are confessing. Because Kenya have confessed and finally are ready to pay for their deed. Somehow, only Chukwu Okekabema will decide whether they will recover or not. And they accepted their responsibility. And they are ready to pay compensation to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because if they don't redeem themselves, that will mark their end. For every move you make against the children of Chukwu Okekabema, you will pay dearly. You will pay dearly. You will pay dearly. Whenever you go into deal with Nigeria against the Biafran people, you will suffer. You will suffer. And there's no two ways about it. You can never escape what will come upon you. You can't escape it. The only thing will save you is for you to walk away from that evil and do the right thing. I'm going to share some of the images that were coming out during the time. These are the different faces of the man that died in 2017. After he died, they begin to manufacture different kinds of faces. They begin to manufacture different kinds of faces. We began to see different kinds of Buharis. Maybe most of you have forgotten, but we don't forget. We never forget. That is why when the time calls, we bring it out. Just watch in this screen. You will see different faces of Buhari. These are different people altogether representing him at every particular point in time. And those who were involved in that fraud, including Christians, including people who claim to be Christians. You can see different images. All these people we are representing one man. These are different faces they use to deceive Nigerians. And while this is were going on, we are always updating Nigerians, telling them, look closely, look closely. This man you are seeing is not the person you think he is. Just look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. One particular individual with different kinds of faces. Look at this one. These three pictures now are not the same. These three pictures you are looking here are not the same. These are different individuals, three different persons representing one man. And this happened in a country where human beings live. in a country where human beings live. At every given point in time, you see different faces. Just look at these faces. These are different people altogether. This one here is a different person. This one here is a different person. This one is a different person altogether. This one is a different person. They are different in their face, in their earlobes, in everything. They're very totally different. And if you see the way Aisha Buhari was sitting beside this man that time, you will know that he's not his husband. She's isolating herself from him. She always isolated herself and stayed distant, up to the extent that she began to go away from him completely, and she was living in Dubai. She went and began to live in Dubai while the husband was in Asarok. Remember when they had a fight in Asarok? When she was fighting with the daughter of Abakire? Because it came to a time Abakire was the person who was managing that impostor in Asarok. And Abakire was the one occupying Asarok. And when Aisha Buhari came to flex muscle, at the time she was telling Nigerians, take back your country. She even made the revelation and told them, take back your country. Nobody listened, nobody paid attention. These are different faces of the man that died in 2017. Today, that they are telling you that he's dead, which one is dead among them? Is it this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, this one? 5 different people. Which one is dead? Which one died? Which of the Buharis died? We know that the real man died in 2017. And nobody have proven otherwise up to today. Nobody have disproved it. Even when he was in hospital, they cannot even tell you the sickness, what was wrong with him. Nobody knows what he was suffering, what kind of treatment he was going for. Even up to now, nobody knows. Even this last one that they said he went to treatment and he died, nobody knows. And yet, some of them think that Biafra is your problem. Biafra is not your problem. The earlier you understand how this world operates, the better for you. And before we continue, I have to take you to what they are saying in their media. Let us look together into one of the media broadcasts in the zoo, and let's see how they narrate this case of Buhari. Let's see what the Nigerian media are saying in the death of this criminal. Let us hear what they are saying in the death of their criminal. What do they have in mind? What are they saying? Let us listen to them closely and hear the discussion that is going on in the zoo as the man who claimed to Buhari finally was discovered.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. Good evening. So former President Muhammadu Buhari has died at 80. How would you describe President Muhammadu Buhari's legacy, both as a military head of state in the 80s and as a democratically elected president decades?
Speaking about the man Buhari, first of all, I think the sentence is to say that it's so rest in peace and don't comfort his family members. That's something to it's a loss of life, and we must always stay focused after that and keep our mindset. Having said that, man Buhari is something of what would I call it now? A phenomenon. I think that's what I would use with regards to Nigerian story. It's been around for quite a while. Like a number of his contemporaries in the national limelight and affecting the course of Nigerian states pathway through history. Starting from even before his coming on board as head of state, his first stint when he served as a minister, and before then, his role during the Civil War and all of that. I think that his passing should be a lesson that I think that all, especially the people that are lives of others, it should be a lesson that we should not take those opportunities, those responsibilities, lightly, and that we should seek as much as possible to make the most of those opportunities. Having come, as a military head of state in 1984, yeah, early 85, before it was overthrown by Babangida, the things that he did then literally is out and he's
His second coming was a disaster. It is not just a second coming. Even the first time Buhari ruled Nigeria, it was a disaster. Economically, it was a disaster. But Nigerians are they like to cover things and begin to do show. The first coming was also a disaster. But at least you recognize that his second one, a complete and total, not just disaster, a confusion and the end of the zoo. He was the one that ended the Zoological Republic. Don't ever forget that. He was the one that ended the zoo finally.
and really affect Nigerian society, Nigerian citizens because of our history.
Remember what this lady said? President Buhari said his wife's place is in the other room. Was that woman really in the other room? Throughout his tenure, the woman was in Dubai. Even up to his death, the wife was in Dubai, not with him. Is her place really in the other room? You know, when they lie all this, they are lying. When they lie all this, they are lying. You wouldn't. There are so many things to prove that this man died in 2017, but yet they come and paint him what he is not. And that is why Nigeria will never ever survive, because they continue to do that even up till now. They continue to play the same script up till now.
Would you say that his success as a military leader basically was because of his deputy? Really?
I think that from my understanding of how leadership works, John Maxwell has given us this very famous refrain now that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything, right? So it's difficult to give the glory to a second in command, or to also give the blame to a second in command. I think whatever good or whatever bad came out of that, his first coming as a military dictator was, sit squarely on his shoulders. The little successes with regards to trying to clean up the audience table, with regards to corruption, trying to engineer society and get Nigerians to behave better, had to give him credit, even though it was today they are not that executed those things. But you had to believe that it was with his active approval. And then the failings and the failures with regards to economic policy and how the economy collapsed to the extent that it gave Babangida a platform to wage another. He must also put that squarely on his shoulders, and that continued when now then became the civilian president. But I think that speaking about the man, he's quite an interesting character, in so many regards. Sticks out is his simplicity. The fact that, unlike most people, most former leaders, who would pursue legacy, who would pursue self-improvement, who would write books, who would go for further education, maybe additional degrees, set up foundations. You see President Olusegun Obasanjo, you can see President Goodluck Jonathan, you can see all the things they're doing as individuals today. You can see Abdulsalami Abubakar, the Peace Corps, and what's the name of that initiative, elections, right? You see all of this, that Buhari did absolutely nothing along those lines. And I might guess it's because he was a very simple man. And he said so himself, all he wants is to have peace and to be his country. You can see now, all the cardinal.
Yeah. Let me
You see the stupidity. A man that did not achieve anything, did not make any progress or make any attempt to make progress, they are now interpreting that as simplicity. That is the idiocy of a Nigerian man. A man that could not improve himself, could not improve another person, neither develop himself or any person, he never gave chance and opportunity to anybody to develop, and you are calling that simplicity. How is that simple? A man that stole huge amount of money. All those money he stole, what did he do with it? And yet, some people will come and refer to him as a simple man. How is Buhari simple? How is it simple? Look at the Emefiele today, languishing in jail. Emefiele is languishing in jail, all thanks to Buhari. Look at what has happened to every single individual that is attaching himself to Nigeria today, all thanks to Buhari. And yet, people will come and describe me as a simple man. He lives a what simple life? Do you know how many billions of dollars that he stole? Do you know how many billions of dollars that his crown is stolen? And yet, this useless analyst will come and they begin to talk rubbish about it. It is sad. This is why Nigeria will never survive, because you can never get the truth from them, including the journalists. They are part of the problem.
It's interesting that you mentioned that. In fact, Garba Shehu came out to say not too long ago that the president turned down a 10 million naira budget that he'd rather have been talking about using, his simplicity was, out there and all of that. Now let's talk about, him being a symbol of corruption, anti-corruption, beg your pardon. In your view, though, do you think he lived up to that image throughout his political career? I'm putting at the back of your mind that he said he should fight corruption, fight that. What is it?
So that was so tremendous that it's difficult to then absorb him of them and say he was not a corrupt president. How can you not be a corrupt president when your ministers were making 40 billion US dollars in the Ministry of Nigerian Affairs, when your I think it was SMG at that time was giving contracts to photographs, in Borno State, a contract that never happened. And the cases were so many of corruption that happened under President Buhari. The NNPC refineries that billions of dollars were released for never got reinvested on that. And you can go on. It will be difficult to then I think that we failed spectacularly with regards to this anti-corruption here. And that failure may not necessarily be because he himself was personally corrupt, but he failed as he did, and we really have to. There's no other way to put it than to hang this on his shoulders and say that even though he came and anti-corruption was one of the key plans of his administration, second to the economy and security, he failed. He failed. That and the evidence is all out there. So we wonder what else he left because on the economy he failed. What on the security front we say, well, Boko Haram, the end, the flaw was them to a certain degree with regards to the security. But then we have to name it and also, and we all remember what happened with Fulani herdsmen and all of the mayhem that happened, in North Central region, Nasarawa, Borno, Plateau, Taraba, and all of those places. Insecurity actually got to the highest under him. Second, ahead of what happened under President Jonathan in terms of the number of people that were killed, the number of casualties, the number of kidnapping, the number of incidents, right? So it's difficult to say that he did not do anything with regards to his corruption contract and continue to regards to the expectation of the certain section of society. The other part of the promises that he made to
So what I hear you say is that when it comes to security, he did the best he could, right? In a while, I'm going to take you back to his economic policies, especially during the recession and the COVID-19 period, and also the signing of the PIB into law, right? But there was something you said earlier on that I want to draw your attention. You talked about his wings being clipped by the cabal. In fact, his wife, Aisha Buhari, had come out to say the cabal had caged her husband and all of that. Now, that was just something else that had the nation talking. Another thing that had the nation talking actually was allegations that he was cloned, that the president was no longer the president, that he was real. That, and that got traction, I'm telling you. I don't know if you were one of those people that believed that really was true.
There are some of those things I think that simply the realms of Twilight Zone, Fantasy Island, and conspiracy theories. Because it's not something that I took seriously. It made no sense to me. You can't blow the man, first of all, technology doesn't exist. And even if you then want to talk about the body law, right? Let's assume that we're not talking about clothing an actual human being, we're talking about the body law. Then the size of the conspiracy that will be required to keep silent the fact that the man who had died and the person was the guy all the way from Sudan. The conspiracy levels will be literally impossible. You can see what is happening today and it happened under Buhari as well, where simple memos, simple interactions between ministers and their councils, between councils and the directors down in the rank and file in the public service. Memos get leaked. How can you keep secrets in the fact that the human being that was sitting in that was not the same person that people voted for? Those ideas are absolutely ridiculous, and I don't think we should give them any kind of evidence, any kind of serious conversation. The evidence, to suggest otherwise is abundant, and I think we have to just
Very
what the rabbit hole that can come out of.
That is very well said. Now, I told I was going to talk about his economic policies again. So, especially during the recession and COVID-19 period, like I said, these drew mixed reactions, right? So, my question to you is, what impact did this administration have on Nigeria's economic stability and growth, especially during these very tough periods? also, if you mention, I don't know if you were impressed by this and yeah.
First of all, so let's start from the VIP. That's now an act. Yes, it was something that had been in the office, that had been circles of power in the conversation from I think 7th assembly, if not the 6th. But eventually on that, his administration was passed into law. So we will take that as a win. But for me, as an individual, as particular as a watcher of the economy, I
So I just brought this up to refresh our memory when we come about. And when you look at these very people in Nigerian media, they will never change. You see why everybody must focus on restoration of Biafra. These people will never change. They will continue to carry their lies to their grave. Nigerian media, they will never ever change. They will continue to speak their lies. They will continue to promote their lie. They will continue to promote falsehood and continue to deceive their people. That is why Nigeria will never get better. And I thank Chukwu Okike that Biafrans have discovered this earlier on before now. And because of that, Biafrans walked away from the Zoological Republic. And nothing will make us go back. Nothing. Absolutely nothing will make us go back. We have left the zoo, and we have left the zoo for good, and there is no going back. So I would also like you to see some of the reactions that is coming from the death of the late Muhammad Buhari. Some of the reactions we are seeing that are coming. I would like us to listen to this very one. Among the reactions that are coming, let us listen to this very one and hear what it says. These are some of the reactions that is coming from people. Many people are reacting. Many are saying their own views
So, in the midst of this morning, let us
the way they want. So I want us to listen to this very reaction. You know, Nigerians, they will always make a thing out of everything that happens. They will always key into it. Some of them will take it as a joke. Some of them will be telling their truth indirectly, because in Nigeria, if you tell the truth, you are gone. So I want us to listen to this reaction from this woman.
So, in the midst of this morning, let us understand who died. Now, Jibril died and Buhari died. Only 4 years. 4 whole years. Now, they traumatize us. Jibril versus Buhari. So, where Aisha Buhari now, let's see how come and tell her. Be like, say, the only person who will tell us the truth when it concerns federal matter. Now, Jibril with the money now, Buhari. We don't want the station where to work. They come and tell us that it is Jibril that died. Buhari is still in London. Let us know. Nothing will pay me past this debt. See, in a private hospital. Do you know the amount of money that has gone down? As a former president, it will still be Nigeria that will be responsible. Or our money will be that Buhari had. And they take back. Politicians, yes, they would not do well. I swear to God, I bet you, my papa, you have seen it now. Do well. Infrastructure. Whether Nigeria have been a Buhari, that is the only question I have in this video. The only president that is doing well is the president that will do the infrastructure. The rate at which we travel for medical is too much. We cannot even trust our own medical system. We cannot trust our medical system for anything. Now they carry this man go right up. I can imagine the money bonus. God, Shesi Naira, I can imagine. And I will make sure that I investigate your situation about 5. Let me get the copy of the how much when they spent. They siphon us for this country. According to one former minister, no one mentioned him. He said we are always shouting about what is wrong, what is spoiled. That if only we know what is wrong. The old minister, now he talking for me. He said he always speaks to me the way I'm shouting. That if we know what is wrong, then we will know. The way I've been Buhari will die now.
A very good question. Who are you mourning? Are you mourning Jibril or are you mourning Buhari? That is the question of this woman. A legitimate question that must be answered. Because just like my brother wrote here, maybe the third one that would die, the third time now another person will die. The third time Muhammad Jubilee will die. Abubakar Shekau will die. Who is the one that died? And they are not even talking about the money they are spending to cover this very propaganda. If you are told the amount Nigeria spend to cover this very lie up, the money they paid to cover this very lie, look at a private hospital, that was where he went to take care of himself. Do you know how much they will pay to cover up this lie? Do you know how much they will pay? To cover this lie up for more than 10 years now. For more than 10 years. For more than 10 years, they have continued to pay the British government, the hospital themselves, individuals to cover up this lie, the press, not to investigate this very issue. And they have kept it secret. But I believe one day is one day. The same way they have ended that movie, the next chapter of the movie will be the revelation. The last part of the movie, the death of the death of the masquerade. After the death of the masquerade, we will enter into the revelation. We will be here, we'll be watching until they play the last one. After this final stage, the revelation will start. And we believe we must hear it. There's another one that caught my attention. Sunday Igboho also made a comment. Most of us must have seen it. If you have not seen it, let us play the reaction of Sunday Igboho. What does Sunday Igboho has to say? Let us see the reaction of Sunday Igboho, what he has to say. Sunday Igboho has something to say. Let's hear Sunday Igboho, what he has to say.
Buhari don't die. Still live. Still live. Buhari, the criminal man that sent in SS and military woman killed him in the night. July 4th to die. Still live. My people are supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Muhammad Buhari, don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that can come and come to my house, middle in the night, that tried to take my life. But God said no. If God said yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. Don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
That was Sunday Igboho speaking. Sunday Igboho speaking, thanking God for Jubril that wanted to take his life. When they switched over to Jubril, they wanted to use that title, Jubril, in the name of Buhari, to take his life. And he's thanking God that he survived. He's thanking God. And we have to go again to the revelation of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when he revealed the evil of this very man. The evil of this very man. This man they call Muhammadu Buhari. The imposter they brought and tell you that this man is Muhammadu Buhari. Let us listen to that revelation that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a revelation. And it was very clear, even to a layman to understand. But some people decided to...
I want people to go to Getty Images, picture number 468259686. This is from Getty Images. If you call them, have you seen it? The number, I'll give it to you 1 second. I will give you the number once again. The number is 468259686. Now have a look at it. Have you seen it? I want anybody that can see this picture clearly to please tell me. Is this man here that you're seeing the face in any way, Buhari? I don't know. No. Is this man Buhari? Not at all. Is this man Buhari? I'm asking you. No. Is this man Buhari? No. We are coming. The zoo is a very serious mess. They are in a very, very serious mess. That man is not Buhari, is it? No. This picture was taken in 2015. You know what they did? They called Getty Images to come and take this picture. Do you know that? They called them to come and take this very picture. You can see it here. Can you see it? Yes. Can you see it? Yes. Now listen. That thing you see, is that Buhari to you? No. Is that Buhari to you? No. This is the most shocking part of it. I was researching this. I thought they brought Jibril in 2017 after he died. As I dug deeper and discovered, they brought Jibril in 2015. 4 of them. That's what we saw was one of them. And this is how you know. This picture was taken in Abuja on April 1, 2015. 2015. Listen, Nigeria's new president-elect, Muhammadu Buhari, and then I asked everybody, is this man here Buhari to you? No. Is this young man here Buhari to you? No. This is not doctor, this is Getty Images. They started since 2015. They knew Buhari was not well and about to die. And what my good friend said, is that any Fulani representatives that goes into office will die in office. Out of shame, they said that thing that Obasanjo did to them by giving them seed, Yaradua died, nothing to do. He will not do it to them again with Buhari. So they started to prepare on time. Is it making sense to anybody? Yes. Is it making sense now? Yes. They brought in this thing from heaven knows who. 2015. This image will cost you £375. So it's not fake, it's authentic. $9,500. That the world may know that we are IPOB and that the zoo must fall. These very people started since 2015. And in case you're telling me that this man, oh, it is not possible, oh, it's just there or thereabout, I have proof, definitive proof that this man was actually signing documents. And to make matters worse, they brought another one as well. The man I showed you last, is it someone that went to go sit wrong? No. I want to show you another one. You'll be shocked. This is another one. Another impostor. Is this man here, Buhari? No. I want to ask you again, is this man here, Buhari? No. Is this Buhari to you? No. This picture will cost you $375. This was the one that did plastic surgery. This picture number, I want to get the picture number that the world may know that the Zoom is evil. This is picture number, write this down, very, very important. Picture number 838635816. Picture number 838635816. Take on the phone. Is this man Buhari? I ask you. No. You see? No. And before you complain and say maybe he is or he is not, I want you to pay very close attention. This one was taken in 2017. This was the one. When they realized that Buhari was dead and not coming back anymore, there was no need to pretend. They became very serious. There was need now to do plastic surgery. Have you seen his nose? This one later ran away. I know. This one ran away.
That was Mazin Nandekano speaking. That was Mazin Nandekano. This is just to refresh your memory where we are coming from. This is what I just did to refresh your memory. You know, there are so many revelations Mazin Nandekano made. Many of his videos, maybe throughout the whole week, I'll be bringing them one after the other. I'll be bringing them. This one is just one of the short clips that he made. I'll be bringing them short clips of how Mazin Nandekano exposed the man that died in 2017. Today, they brought a different, they want to end their movie. We will continue to follow them closely, and as they end their movie, we will help them to open another page. Wherever you are as a Biafran, remember, the most important thing we have to do today is to make sure that Biafra is restored. That is the only hope for an ordinary man. Not just for the Biafrans, even for those one Nigerians who refuse to follow the truth. We are equally fighting for them, directly and indirectly. The only hope for an ordinary man is to end the zoological republic. If you don't end it, it will end you. So the earlier you begin to key in and do what you are supposed to do, the better. Wherever you are, continue to support the Liberation Army. Continue to pray for the Biafran Defense Forces, wherever they may be. Pray for them. Anyone that is genuinely fighting for Biafra, continue to put that person in prayer. It doesn't matter who the person is. It doesn't matter under which disguise the person is fighting. As long as the person is genuine, pursuing the cause of Biafra, continue to put them in prayer. For those of us who believe in the structure laid down by Mazin Nandekano to Mazin Simon Epa and where we are today, we must continue to do what we are supposed to do and continue to push on to stand with that recognition, with that declaration that we have made. We have to stand with it until we are recognized and continue to defend our Biafra land. I appreciate every one of you that spent your quality time with me. Thank you so much for being part of this program. As I always say, evening program is always short. I do it 45 minutes, 1 hour, and I'm done. Just to make sure I keep in touch with the Biafran people. So my fellow Biafran that are watching, I thank you so much for being part of this program wherever you're watching from. If you have not yet shared, like and share the program so that those who could not be able to meet up will get the information as it comes. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all the Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our leaders. Thank you for being part of the program. See you tomorrow. Good night and stay blessed.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
See mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the kneel for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just swim home. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they. If
from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joins with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the rocky hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. The driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the funny boy. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the